Hello there. Good morning. I'm going to just check that I've got some good sound on here. There's a little bit of a delay. Very, very good. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Today is a great day because it's Friday. You're probably wondering, like, where is she? I am in Houston's old bedroom. We are literally moving out of our house today. So the trucks came yesterday and almost everything is gone, and we are moving. So we're super excited. And Anthony took Houston to school this morning, and I am here, and I just wanted to spend some time with you. And I know that you're thinking I'm crazy for wanting to do this on move day, but we're pretty organized here, and I thought it was really important that the All Access Pass members and I spent some time together this morning. So whether you are watching the replay of this or you're here live, thank you for joining us. I want to show you a few really cool things this morning, and just to help you whether or not you've been using your All Access Pass to the most or not. But we do have the chat open on the comments. So the chat open. So you can hover over where you're watching, and then you can click on YouTube if you want to do that. So it comes up just like this, and then you can click on the YouTube button just there. And then that'll allow you to go over it and make comments, and I'll be able to see the comments on the side. But I would love to know, if you're watching live, have you been using your Access Pass content, or do you need a little bit of like help and motivation and a bit more clarity around it? Because you still have another month to go on your pass. And thankfully, you have unlimited downloads. So you're not behind by any stretch. If the year just got away from you, that's okay. I had somebody tell me this week, she's like, I had every intention of using this and I never did. And I feel so bad. And I feel like I've just burned time and money. And I said, well, you haven't burned money because you still have unlimited access, but the time we can't get back, but we can fix that moving forward. So it was one of the things that also motivated me to do a bit of a demonstration this morning. So we have a few things that we're going to do with you. I'm going to open up my slides, and we are going to have a look at the 5 key areas of your marketing. I'll come back to these in a second. And then today, what I'd like to do is I would like to, like I said, cover the 5 key areas that you should be focused on. I also want to go back over what All Access can take off your plate, because maybe the All Access Pass is not taking as much off of your plate as it should be. Okay, it should be taking an enormous amount of work off of your plate, and it might not be. So I definitely want to double check on that for you. I want to give you a demonstration of how you can use one piece of content, and I randomly picked a piece of content from the past and show you how to put it across all 5 areas, and how to tweak it for your niche or your audience, no matter what you sell. I also want to show you the new download center, which will happen inevitably while I am helping you today, and give you a sneak peek of a few of the things that are coming out in the next past content. For those of you who are staying on, you are going to probably fall off your chair when you see what we're bringing you. We're super excited at the amount of content that's going in, and the fact that it will work for everybody, regardless of what type of travel you sell. We've done scripts, we've done how to say this to a client, how to say that to a client, and you're all going to be able to just copy and paste. Every tricky situation, sticky situation that you get yourself into, or that they get themselves into, people ghosting you, people not paying, people wanting to change their itinerary, their budget not being big enough, people who are hard to make decisions, all that kind of stuff. We've got some incredible scripts for you. So I want to tell you about that a little bit later. So I'm going to just adjust my settings, because you do not need to be looking at my face this morning, especially my makeup-free mom moving day face. Okay, so let's jump straight in, and I want to talk about these areas of your business. So as many of you know who went to the River Cruise Expo, let me know in the chat if you went to the River Cruise Expo. I did a keynote over there this year it was, about what metrics, what numbers you should be focused on for your business in order to see it grow. And this is the same for you if you ran any kind of business, like an online clothing store, or no matter what kind of online business you have, these would be the same 5 areas. In fact, our new program, which is called Insightful, it opens up next week. It is not just for travel advisors. So if you have friends who have businesses, who are business owners, no matter what kind of business they have, if they need new clients, if they're out there marketing, trying to build their business, it's the same principles that stick for everyone. And I love that. So here are the 5 areas. And these 5 areas I came up with over the last year, 18 months, specifically because I was working on 2 things simultaneously. I was working on growing my business, this business. I was also working on getting started 2 or 3 other sub brands of our business as well that other people in our team are taking care of. And I was working on helping you to grow your business. And I realized that whether it was my business, a brand new business getting started, something that's never even had a single transaction or client before, or it was, like I said, an online clothing store or a realtor or a dentist, these areas still apply for you when it comes to your marketing. So if this is your business right here in the middle, this is your business right here in the middle, the 5 areas that we want you to focus on are your website analytics, your website numbers, your email marketing numbers, your advertising and promotion numbers, your content from your blog, podcast, or video numbers. And if you choose to do social media, which is why it's in its own little different, slightly altered color bubble just there, that you should be able to focus on measuring those numbers if you do them. Now, you'll know that I have a love-hate relationship with social media, and travel marketing and media, this business, is currently not even on social media. So we're on Pinterest, but we're not on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, any of those. So you don't have to do social media for your business to grow. You would just focus on the other 4 areas. But these are your areas of growth. These are your focus areas if you're trying to grow your business. Website, email marketing, advertising and promotion, and the content that you put on your blogs, podcast, and video. And if you choose to, social media. So just to reconfirm, if you want to grow a business, these are the 5 areas that you will focus on. So we're going to talk about those today and about what you should focus on inside of those. And then also, like I said, I'm going to grab a piece of content and I'm going to download it from the Content Center, and I'm going to help you to be able to use that content really quickly, because I think a lot of us get caught up on using the content and it takes a lot longer than it should. So the new download center, I'll talk to you about that quickly because you're about to see it. Why did we do it when we did not schedule to do it, when we did not budget to do it, when we did not plan to do it this year? It took 2, almost 3 months for us to create this new download center, and it was not part of our plan. I had to cancel other things. I had to cancel the launch of Travel Marketing Revolution. We were about to do a new intake. I had to postpone our email marketing course for those of you who want to do a quick, simple, affordable course on email marketing. We had to postpone the opening of one of our hosted trips to our friends and family. So there are 3 huge things that we had to postpone in order to be able to do this new download center. But it all came from somebody in this community making a post in our Facebook group, and I'm so glad that they did. And they said the All Access Pass is a little clunky. The content's really good, but it's really clunky. I got to log in. I got to download. I got to do a checkout for each one. Even though it's $0 because it's unlimited access, I'm still having to do like a shop checkout for each one. And then it takes me to a PDF, and then it takes me to Dropbox, and then it takes me to all these different places. And they said, if it was just easier, it would make my life easier. And then about 20 different people jumped on and said, I feel the same. And at first I was defensive and a little bit crushed because we'd never heard that feedback before, that it was making your life harder, remembering to jump in and get what you need, having to do a checkout for every single bundle, even though it was $0 cost. It was like a shop checkout. That the whole reason we created this pass was to make all 5 of those business growth areas easy for you. We wanted to take each of these areas here, your website, email marketing, advertising and promotion, your content, and your social media, and we wanted to push you forward, propel you ahead by having it ready made for you. And in fact, we did that, but the actual system that we created for you to download it and access it was making your life harder. So we went and paused a whole ton of things just so that we could do this for you. And I am so excited. So I'm going to jump in now and show you what the All Access Pass looks like. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my password, then I'm going to put it on my screen so that you'll be able to see it. Flora gave me the password, and now I'm looking for my password. See, we all have issues logging onto things. Oh. Flora, where's the password? She said, you're all sorted. You can log in. And I said, which email? And she gave it to me. And then I said, which password? And she gave it to me. So it's not her, it's me. And I can't find it. She's going to send it to me again. Flora, please help me send it. Oh, thank you. Okay, it's on the emoji. And okay, got it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Listen, it's one of those days. She just sent it to me. And she sent it to different places in case she doesn't know where I'm looking. That's so funny. Okay, so I am going to stop sharing this screen because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to share my entire screen with you so that you can see. Okie dokie, share. Amazing. That's going to look messy. Don't worry. Okay, there we are. So I am about to log on, but first, let me show you. So I'm going to pop this into the chat so that you can see this. There we go. Okay, so this is the new Welcome Center. Now, the download center, I don't want you to go here right now because I'm going to show it to you. And if you go here, then you're going to miss what I'm doing. So wait until afterwards. And also there's a chance that you won't be able to get in and you won't see what you're looking for there. I'll explain everything to you in a minute. So the All Access Pass download center now is at travelmarketingandmedia.com/AAP, as in All Access Pass. Welcome. Okay, so AAP welcome. This is now the smartest and fastest way to market your travel business. So it's content that is aligned with your commission goals. It's one click to download a bundle. It is strategy first, pretty second, and it's faster customer service because everything is in one spot. Before, you used to say to us like, oh, I downloaded the Paris bundle and now I can't find it. Can you please add it to my dashboard? There is no more dashboard because it's unlimited. It's just go in, get what you want, and leave. It's kind of think like a grocery store. Go in, get what you want, and leave. Everything is all inclusive. That would be incredible. Can you imagine if we could go into a grocery store and just have unlimited access? But instead of having to check out at the grocery store for each individual item that was already included, you can just walk out the front door with it. That is exactly how the new system works. So for those of you who haven't been using it that well or haven't been using it consistently or haven't used it at all, we were able to pull together 4 steps to using this. Number 1, you would start with the commission calculator. You only do each of these steps 1, 2, and 3 once, and that's it. So number 1, start with your commission calculator. When you work backwards from how much commission you want to make and you know your business expenses, you can calculate the following 2 things, okay? You can calculate, hold on, let me just double check that I am sharing this page correctly. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Yeah, I am. You can calculate the following 2 things: how many clients you will need and how many trips you will need to book. So our commission calculator is completely free. You need to do this every single year. If you did it twice a year, that would be fine as well. We just did ours for our business, our version of ours, and we did it in November. We did it again in December. We did it again in January. And then we're like, yeah, this works for us. But now mid-year, we are doing okay towards our goals. We're doing pretty good. But I said, let me just jump in and reassess because a couple of things have changed and the industry changes and the number of travel advisors changes and what you all need changes. And you might have noticed we did a survey recently asking you what you need help with. So we redid our commission calculator, our revenue calculator, so that we know exactly where we want to get to. It's the equivalent of putting in an address into a GPS. You have to know the final address in order to know how you're going to get there. How you're going to get there is your marketing plan, and a great part of your marketing plan is your content planner. For those of you who have logged in to the All Access Pass and done tons of downloading, if you haven't done your content planner, you're not going to get the most out of it. So once you know what you want to sell and how much of it, the next step is to download this planner. It's an Excel document. You can save it in Dropbox. You can upload it into Google Drive. It's in Excel, but if you upload it to Google Drive, it automatically converts to Google Sheets. Okay. And so if you don't use Excel, that's fine. You can use Google Sheets. This will help you to make sure that what you are downloading from the All Access Pass is in alignment with your commission goals, because you can't just go into the pass and just start click, 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 click. And trust me, when you see the new pass, you're going to be like, oh, wow. I definitely want to click around in here and download everything, because there's that kind of fear of like, I don't want to miss anything. I want to have everything. There's nothing wrong with going in and doing a huge big download blitz and saving it to your own Dropbox or Google Drive or hard drive. But in terms of using it, do not just download and use it. You've got to make sure that it lines up with the commission you're trying to make. So those are the first two steps. The third step after that is for you to make the decision, where my content going to live? When I've downloaded it, where am I going to put it and where is it going to live? Is it going to go on social media? Is it going to go on Pinterest? Is it going to go on LinkedIn? Am I posting it on my website? I want you to go ahead in the chat right now if you're watching the live and tell me, what is your plan? What have you been doing, or what would you like to add? What do you need to take off? Here, you would probably think that more is best. Not necessarily. While you can say to yourself, I'm going to do a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a pin, I'm going to make a post on LinkedIn, I'm going to do an email out, I'm going to have the blog on my website, and I'm going to record a podcast episode. That's amazing. And you will get great results by doing that much marketing. But not even I have time for that much marketing, and I have a team. So my suggestion to you is to choose the homes for your content that make the most sense for your lifestyle and that also give you the best results, which is going to mean measuring. And I'm going to teach you how to do that today. Okay. So we were doing social media, we were doing Instagram, we were doing Facebook, but we weren't getting the right results from it. So we stopped doing it. We turned that off. We were doing Pinterest and we were getting huge results from Pinterest, but we weren't doing it consistently. So we turned that up. Think of it like burners on a gas stove. We just turned off the social media burner. We just turned it off. And we turned up the Pinterest burner. In fact, I guess you could say we kind of turned off the little burner, you know, the back burner that most people never use. I never use that back burner on the stove. I feel like it's the cleanest burner on my stove. It's the small little one in the back corner. We turned it off and we actually ignited the full huge burner that goes right down the middle and takes up two spaces, the one that you use for the griddle or the crepes or whatever people do on that. And we decided to use that and put that much energy into Pinterest because it was doing so well. LinkedIn, we just got that on a medium burner. We haven't done anything with it, but we know we should. And our website, that's also one of the front burners, the big burners that's turned up high. Maybe thinking about your marketing in terms of the burners on the stove would help you. You know that feeling when you have all the burners running on your stove and you've got pots and pans on all of them? There is a sense of frantic, like nervousness and anxiety because none of them can burn. You can't mess any of them up because you need all of them to work. The same thing happens when you try to do all those things. If you're trying to be on Instagram and Pinterest and LinkedIn and everything else, it's a lot. It's a lot. You're human, my friend. You can't do all of that. I can't do all of that, and I have a team. So pick the ones that work for you. Pick the ones that are already working. If nothing is working yet, just pick one or two and measure it. I'll show you in a minute how I measure it. I'll show you exactly what I look for. Does that make sense? Does the oven burn? Does the stove burner analogy makes sense. You cannot have all your burners on at the same time because you're wasting gas, you're wasting electricity, you're wasting resources, you're making yourself panic and you don't need to, and you're just creating way too much work. Yeah, the cooking's going to get done, but everything in the house is going to fall down. Okay. The other thing you need to think about is the method that you will use for this content. So will you post the content like an article or a blog on your website? Will you also, or instead of, use it to record a podcast episode? We do have our podcast course coming out soon. I know a lot of you are excited to learn how to set up your podcast. Will you create a video? Some of you love video and some of you hate video. Some of you would be so happy to sit down and do a Loom video with the destination guide and put a bunch of those up on your website. Those are just a few options, but whatever you do, don't turn on all your burners at the same time. Don't try to do everything. Choose a few and be really focused on making it consistent. Consistency is where we fall down. Y'all will notice that we have not put out a new podcast for 2 months. That's craziness. Podcasts are our best, our strongest piece of content that we put out there. Pinterest drives the most traffic, and podcasts engages you guys the most, but we're just not consistent. So don't knock yourself up about it. Like, don't be that hard on yourself. Give yourself a little grace, but then make a plan. I give myself a little grace saying, Sandra, you can't do all the things. We know people are emailing, asking for more podcast episodes, but you can only do what you can do. Sit down. That's not an excuse. It's not a pass, but sit down and figure out how to make it better. And so we did. We sat down yesterday, Anthony and I was super upset. I'm like, I feel like I'm failing. I'm not getting these podcast episodes out. I'm talking about being consistent and I'm not consistent. And he said, well, then show them how to become consistent, because that's their issue too. Lead by example. And I'm like, okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to make your content home decisions, and they might change. They might change. Okay. Next is promotion and advertising. Okay. This is like the toenails or the feet of your business. I would say that 9 out of 10 of you are not doing this, and you're not doing it properly, or you're not doing it at all. I think a lot of people get mixed up with the word marketing. When I went to college and I studied marketing, there were 2 types of marketing, really. There was print marketing, and then there was no online marketing. It was print marketing and then media. So it would be radio or television. Everything else was marketing. So we knew a lot about ink. We knew a lot about CMYK versus red, green, blue versus hex colors. We knew about bleed lines. We knew about, like, most of y'all don't know what bleed lines are and how to set your bleed lines, because you'll never have to, as a marketer, and that's what you are for your business, you'll never have to know about that. We knew about satchel stitching. Isn't that crazy? There was no such thing as SEO. There was no such thing as social media. None of that existed until at least 10 years after I graduated college did social media ever come out. It was 2007. So for most of you, when we talk about marketing, what most of you are doing is putting out your content onto its home. You're doing this right here, step number 3. This is what you're doing. But there's no promotion or advertising happening. So if you don't promote and advertise in places where your audience will see you, your content will have no conversion. It will have no purpose, and it will have no point. Promotion and advertising usually costs money, or at least a little bit of out of the box thinking until you can get the money to do it. Can you tell me, if you're watching live in the chat, can you tell me, is number 4 something that you are not doing, or that you are not doing enough of? Or how do you feel about number 4? Is it possible that you too also were so focused on getting your content in place that you didn't promote it? Because I guess I love using analogies. This is the equivalent of organizing a wedding, number 3, and getting all your bits and pieces aligned, and then not sending out invitations and not getting to come to it. It's the equivalent of opening a breakfast cafe. There's a really good one. It's called Bees, I think it is. And it's popping up around the city, and it's not doing so good. And you know what I think? I think they spent so much time looking at getting the building permits and the kitchen permits and USPH, public health, and decorations and chairs and things like that, that they didn't work on promoting and advertising it. They're popping up everywhere. And the only reason I know about it is because it's in the apartment building of a friend of mine. And then I saw another one and I recognized it. But then I asked some friends and they're like, no, I've never seen it. But they've had like 7 of them pop up. They're going to die. The bees are going to die. No restaurant exists in LA unless people know about it. And that's probably the case for most places. So let me know in the chat. I'm just going to pop over and have a quick look at the chat in here. Oh, I love this. It says here, Parks to Paradise says consistency and the ability to build communications that leads clients to book with me. That's what you need to focus on there. When I asked you if you're doing number 4, not doing number 4, get scared about that level of marketing. And I've had publishers reach out to me. Yeah, but you know what? There are so many, I'll do a podcast episode about it for you, about what you can do for advertising and promotion, because there are little baby steps that you can do that have huge impact. Okay. It could be taking, for example, a really good post or an article. Well, I'll show you in a minute because it's actually part of what I wanted to show you. Alana says the same thing. I'm just not promoting consistently. Alana, you have the most stunning website, the most breathtaking brand. It's one of the best that I've seen. Yet, here we are, we're saying we're not promoting. And I get you on that. I totally get you because I've had major moments of that myself. Majestic Destinations Travel says no paid promotions, just Pinterest posting and working on SEO. All of the companies I work with have wanted over $2,000 for marketing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show you how you can do some marketing for really a lot less than that, where you can do marketing for $300, for example. I'll show that to you. And Ashley says, not so much number 4, but doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make sense for you that if you're not doing promotion and advertising, you're the equivalent of the business, the breakfast restaurant that just opened? Nobody knows about you. You're putting all these things out there, but they don't know about you. Okay, so inside of the new content dashboard, this is what you're going to see. I hope you love this. I want each of you in the live chat to let me know when I get to the bottom of this what you think. So the first thing is, this page is open on your website. You don't have to log in to come to this page. You can easily come to this page, okay? So the first thing I want to show you is to access the content, you have to be an active All Access Pass member, which all of you are. You wouldn't be watching this if you weren't an active member, because we only sent this invite to active members. And there's a couple of hundred of you. We only sent it to you. So you are an active member. You also have to have a login and password to travelmarketingandmedia.com. We know that you have an access to travelmarketingshop.com because that's where you're currently downloading from. But you need to have access, a login and a password to travelmarketingandmedia.com. Now, if you're renewing your All Access Pass, for people who renew, you're not just going to have this account. You have to go in and create the account. New members who sign up in July next month, they will sign up on the website, so they will automatically have it, okay? The reason this feels so complex and always shifting is because we're actually working towards implementing a universal sign-on for everything. The communities, the chat rooms, the courses, the content, everything. And we are so close right now. So All Access Pass moving over, not only was that a genius idea from people to put fire under us, but moving it all over to this website was awesome. So if you are having trouble logging in, I definitely recommend, not now, later, that you click on here, trouble logging onto our site. We don't want that. But there are 4 good reasons why you might have trouble logging into the site. The first one, you want to check your email that you use to sign up for the All Access account is the same as the login to get into travelmarketingandmedia.com. We know that you guys use a lot of different emails for things. I do as well. I use my personal email. I use our family email. I use my work email for other things. When I buy something on my phone, it'll automatically populate, or on my computer, it automatically autofills email addresses. So it's very easy to have multiple email addresses. Now, the one occasion where some of you might choose to is if you have a website on Wix, like Alana, for example, you have a website on Wix. Maybe that's not the email address that you use to log into our website, the one that you use to log into your own website. But for the most part, if you have multiple email addresses, you've made purchases, signed up for events, signed up for trainings, all different things with different email addresses, we can consolidate that. It is so easy for us to do that. So just email us and say, hey, I've got 4 email addresses. Can you please consolidate everything into one and use email address number 1? Okay, so that's a possible reason. It's possible that you have account and you don't know you do. So go in and do a reset of password and try all of the email addresses it could be. Also, for those of you using Safari, we recommend, or Firefox, we recommend switching to Google Chrome as your preferred browser. The whole world works better on Google Chrome, trust me. Number 4 is you might want to clear your cache and your browsing history. Sometimes things just get a little pesky in the background there because tech is what happens when you're making other plans in life. And if you still have problems, the last thing that I want for you to do is to be going backwards and forwards with the team on email. Just book a 10-minute call. Just a 10-minute call, we'll jump on the video and we'll get it fixed for you, okay? So you can come to this page without logging in. When we scroll down, there are 5 areas of the All Access Pass here with a 6th area to pop up very soon. And the first area is destinations. I think this number has gone to 113 now, destinations for you to click on, and you can get all the destination bundles all on one page. The expertise bundles, these are perfect for growing your email list and long form content. They are all in one place. The marketing and operations bundles, if you are starting out with fees, you need to improve your fee game, you want help onboarding clients, you just want all your processes to be smooth. These bundles are going to tighten your processes and your professional appearance. Niche bundles, they're in there as well. And our magazines. If you have been sleeping on our magazines, don't. They are so good. They are so helpful. And it's just full of things that can literally help you to get stuff done in your business and move along. So this page is public. Anyone can come to this page, but only you can actually log in. So we're going to log in today to any of them. It's the same login for all of them. So once you're logged in, you'll be able to see all of them. I'm going to go in here and log in to, and I hope it works. Otherwise, I'll have to do exactly what I just taught you. Let me put in my password. I think I have it on here. Oh, I didn't copy it and paste it. That's okay. I'm going to just pop straight into here. And grab this. We use Slack to communicate with each other. We do not use emails. Okay. And this will log me in. It looks exactly the same, but now I can actually click on all of these pages. Okay. So let me just check. Okay, everybody's still there. Great. So I'm going to click on destinations. Oh, we might need to check that button, Flora, on that main page there. But it's okay because I know what the URL is. Okay, so this is what the destinations page looks like, and I'm going to show you each of the pages. There's also a video that pops up that walks you through everything, so you can watch that when you want to. Okay, so look how beautiful this is. The first thing you're going to find out is that all 113 destination bundles are all on the same page. You literally will scroll down and everything is here on the same page. There are no more posters. You don't have to go to Dropbox. You don't have to go to Google Drive. When you download here, it will download everything onto your computer. And from there, you can do whatever you want. So yay, 3 cheers, everything on one page. But it takes a minute to scan through everything. So we coded this really cool drop down button at the top where you can go through in here and you can look for the destination bundles that you need. Okay, in here. So you can also, so maybe I want to type in Maldives. There are 2 bundles for the Maldives. Maybe I want to type in Antigua and Barbuda. Maybe I want to type in Mexico. There's one for Mexico City, for one Mexico, but there is also one for Yucatan, for example. So that's a really easy way of being able to find what you want. Then you can click on it and that particular bundle pops straight up right there. I'm just going to take a picture of that so I can fix that page later. That bundle pops up right there. Okay. To get back, you can just click on all and they will all come back. How awesome is that? Let's move along to more awesomeness. Firstly, you have all of the elements right here. The navy blue buttons are things that you can download onto your computer. So if I click on this, looking at the screen, it just downloaded the Alaska article directly onto my computer. I can open it up and yep, there it is right there. open right onto my computer in 2 seconds. I can download the social media captions. Click on my downloads. There they are, right there, captions. I can download the image gallery. Okay. Now, the image gallery is going to stay for another couple of months, and then we're going to move you across to a new image gallery. But for now, it's there and it's easy for you to be able to find. This one takes a little longer to download because what it's downloading is into a zip file so that it doesn't take up so much space and also long to download. It's downloading the high res and the low res. There you go, right there. The high res and the low res of the images for this particular bundle. Then this one, these tan colored buttons here, these are all things that open in Canva because they're things that you can edit. So if we open up the destination guide, here you have the Alaska destination guide. It looks a little odd because you can put either you can put your logo in there or your photo. You're wondering why there's two, because some of you have round logos, some have square. Delete the one you don't want and move it across, or you can put your picture in there. You can put your business name on there, and then all of a sudden it is all together. I'm going to take a screenshot because I see three images that should not be there. Okay, so then you go in and it's got your destination guide. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing resource that you can either PDF and email to your clients. You can put them up on your website so your clients can download them. You can make a video, a Loom video, where you don't even have to be there, and you can say, hey, let me talk to you about Alaska. So in Alaska, well, it sounds a little funny because it's obvious at this destination, but maybe not for others. Like Egypt, you could say the currency is Egyptian pounds, pounds spelled the same way as British. And then you break it down into the bills and into the coins and that kind of a thing. You can talk about credit cards and debit cards. You can, it's got pictures in here. You can talk about tipping. You can talk about ATM access, helpful information, climate, electricity, adapters, technology and communication, infrastructure and transport. You can talk about emergency. I love this page outside of America, especially because you tell people the emergency numbers there. Language, LGBTQ travel, religion, getting there and getting around, driving, and experiences. So some cultural experiences you can have, some bucket list experiences that you can have, family travel highlights, a bit about the tourism board, foods to try while you're there, drinks to try when you're there, photography hotspots. Okay, and that's the whole destination guide. Now, as you can see here, we've done it in black and white on purpose. You don't even have to change the fonts or the colors if you don't want to. You don't have to. Literally, the only thing you would have to do in here is to go back and on the front page, put your picture or your logo and your business name. You can then export this. You can record a video in Loom right there on your computer, or you can export it as a PDF. You can upload it to your website. You can send it to clients. If you have booked someone on a cruise to Alaska, you should have sent them the destination guide. Okay. If you've got a group thinking of going to Alaska, send them the destination guide. So this could be a video. This could be something on your website. You could email this out to people. So I want to go back to here. Another thing that you would open in Canva would be your Pinterest graphics, okay? Now, these are really easy just to be able to change. I'm just going to open it actually because you can't see them very clearly. But these are the Pinterest graphics for this exact article that we downloaded. Cruise Alaska sooner or later. And so you can go ahead and you can either change the image so that you have 6 graphics with 6 different images. You could put the same image inside of each of these. Then you could duplicate all of these, put a second image. You could create 20, 30, 40 different graphics, all leading to that same article. And all you have to do in here is change your brand colors and your fonts. You don't even have to change your fonts. You could just change the brand colors if you want to. So that's very easy. When you're ready to download those to go and pop them into Pinterest, you're going to download these as either PDF files or JPEG. Either or, okay? Then what else have we got in here? We've got your reel. Your reel is essentially like a little video. So again, if you hit just play, I'll just change that to be 1 second to make it a little bit faster. But you have a perfectly organized video in here. And at the end, all you have to do is to put whatever your call to action is at the end. When you're ready to download it, you can download here. You download it as an MP4 video, and now you have an Instagram, Facebook reel that you can go ahead and put up. You can also change your branding. You could put a slide at the beginning just by adding a page, and you might want to put welcome to Alaska and put your business logo on there. Entirely up to you. Okay, so you would download that one as a JPEG, as an MP4. Same thing with your story. Your story in here, one click away from you now. So much better. Okay, your story in here is that you can literally just have this one, you can duplicate it and change out the images. And when you download this, you download this as a JPEG or a PNG file. And when you upload it into Instagram or Facebook, there is an option for you to paste a link over this button. And this link clicks directly to where the blog or the article is on your website. So, you know, when you go through people's stories and you're like, oh, Cruise Alaska, then you could click on that and it would take people straight to your blog. Okay. So all of these things are one click away. Inside of this bundle, we tell you what's listed in here, but check this out. This zip file is all three of these top ones together in one file. So if you wanted to go through and re-download everything and keep it organized, maybe you want to get yourself a hard drive or set yourself up a special folder somewhere. I don't recommend saving all of this on your computer. It takes a lot of space. So I definitely recommend saving it into Dropbox or Google Drive or OneDrive or getting yourself a hard drive. The only problem with a hard drive, I have to tell you, is hard drives can become corrupt and they can break, and then you would lose everything. So just so that you know, we have everything in Dropbox and we have a backup on our hard drive. On the first of the month, Anthony downloads all the bundles onto a hard drive. That way, if anything ever happened, we would have a backup of everything. So I hope that you love how this looks and the way that this comes up now. It is so much easier. It'll also tell you if there are two articles. A few of the bundles, there are 3 bundles here that have 2 articles. One of them, for example, is Arizona. So it will tell you that Arizona has 2 articles. When you download, you'll be able to get all of the articles in there. And it does because it's a slightly different bundle. Arizona has it, Wadi Rum has it, and one other, I can't remember. So this is now where you'll get all of your destination bundles. Then I think we need to put, Flora, can you make a note, please, to put a button on here where people can return to the main page so that they can go back to the All Access Pass download center here. We'll add that there. So now I want to go in and just really quickly show you the other ones. Expertise bundle. When we go into there, notice we don't have to log in again. Everything is right here. You can click on here to see what's in here, and you can also just scroll on down. We today are actually going to use something from the expertise bundle to be able to do a little demonstration and do an AI demonstration for you. I think I randomly picked Colombia. I think was the article that I randomly picked. So everything's in here. Flora, just make a little note to double check that everything is showing, because I think we have way more than what is showing on here. For example, I can't see the Colombia one that I downloaded on here. I went to Dropbox directly and got it, but I think it's a matter of changing how many appear on one page. So that's the expertise bundles, and it lists everything. Oh, one thing, it lists everything on here. So it's got your long form article. These are super long articles, very detailed, but great. Video and podcast talking points, meta description, so you can paste that straight into your website. Suggested SEO keywords if you're working on SEO. The slug. So for example, a slug is travelmarketingandmedia.com/expertise-bundles. So we tell you what the slug should be for that particular article. Instagram and Facebook caption, Pinterest copy. And for those of you who do text marketing or anything like that, we've got notification copy in there as well. And then you can get more images for this because there's no gallery, directly from our new image gallery. And you just do one click and it downloaded, which is awesome. Let's go with the niche bundles in here. If you have questions, feel free to put them into the live chat. If you're watching the live, if you're watching the replay, you can email us. These are the niche bundles. We would love to know what niche you would like to see more content for. We would love to be able to give that to you. We're building out more content right now. So I have in here adventure travel, culinary travel, destination wedding travel, drinks and holiday season, luxury travel, romance travel, wellness travel, more adventure travel, and some family travel in there. When we add more niche travel, we're more likely to add it to the expertise category than to add it here, because it's the expertise bundle is the most preferred type of bundle for all of you. And so we would be more likely to add it. And I'll just give you an example. I think I put in here something about teen approved vacations, a guide to designing the designing the perfect family trip. There was another one. This is an adventure one in here, for example. So this is a romance. There's one in here for romance as well. Wanderlust and Love Dust. 13 dreamy destinations. So if you ask for more niche specific stuff, let us know. We'll make it, but we'll most likely see it appear here in the expertise bundles. Okay, let's go back and then I'll show you some more. That's the niche. Marketing and operation bundles. 100 graphics for your travel business. If you're just looking for social media graphics, I am obsessed with this bundle. It is so good. Let me just see. You do have a poster in here because we needed to, because it's the easiest way to show the content to you. But this is the most incredible bundle. 15 reasons to use a travel advisor. Facebook covers. If you need a new Facebook cover, we've got them for your group or for your pages. They look just like this one here. Stunning. Just Booked template. If you're not using Just Booked now, make sure that you do that. The testimonial template in there where you can post your testimonials. This here is $70 in the shop. You get it for free. If you haven't downloaded this, make yourself a note right now somewhere to write down working with a travel advisor. That is our most downloaded bundle in the entire store. So you have access to all of these. The reason that you don't have download buttons right here is because the way that the system is set up is that if I put a button saying edit in Canva, it would show on all of them. And they all have different types of inclusions in there. Okay, and then we'll go back to the magazines. Like I said before, don't sleep on these magazines. These magazines are so amazing. So in here, you've got all of our magazines. There are at least 26. Flora, can you make a note that we'll add a search bar at the top so people can search for the different type of magazines? If you want to improve your LinkedIn game, there's an entire magazine full of LinkedIn. And these are like 30 or 40 pages. Email marketing, content creation on the go, SEO, planning fees, business goal setting, live streaming, if you want to do more live streaming, websites to improve your website, social media, parts 1 and 2, Chrome extensions that will change your life. Oh my gosh, we use Chrome extensions all day, every day. Apps that you can use. So there's so many more in there. Flora, sorry, that's a very loud truck. It's probably my moving truck. Flora, just make a note in here that not all 26 magazines are showing. We just need to, in the settings, change the number of pieces of content that are showing in there. So what I want to do is I'm going to use a piece of content from the expertise bundle today. Let me just go across and check if you have any yachting. Yes, we can absolutely do some content on yachting. Margie, can you make a note of that, please? If you're listening in, or Flora, that we will add some content about yachting. Is there any other, if you're watching on the live, is there any other niche content that you would love to see, type of content that you would love to see? Because we will go ahead and create that for you. We will create as much as we can, as often as we can for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've downloaded something from the Expertise Center. What I want to do now is I want to log into ChatGPT, and I'm going to pull up my one piece of content. I apologize in advance for everything that's showing up on my computer. With the move and everything going on, it's super crazy. Okay, so I have opened it up. I know that you can't see the actual article because it's opened up as a Word document from when I downloaded it this morning, but it looks exactly like what it will look like when you download it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into AI, and I want to show you, okay, let me log in. I want to show you how you can adjust the articles, number one, so that they're original for you, and number two, so that you can kind of customize it a little bit to your niche. Okay, so I'm going to go and get this article. I'm going to copy and paste right now, and I'm just highlighting it in the Word document. You can't see me right now, which is totally fine. Okay, right. So I've got the content here, and I'm going to give AI an instruction. I'm going to give AI a prompt. I'm going to write, I am going to post a blog article below, rewrite it, and give more detail about family travel, because maybe I'm a family travel advisor. Okay. The families that my travel agency work with have kids of all ages, babies through to teenagers, grandparents, blended families, aunts, uncles, and cousins, and also multiple families who travel together. I want to keep the same info, but just make it more relevant to families. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. If you want to take a screenshot of that, actually, do you know what? I'll copy and paste this into the chat for you. But if you want to take a screenshot right now, this is the way that I talk to AI. I really talk to AI like someone who is in my team. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'll take a screenshot too, and I'll share it with you guys in a minute. I posted down, what is that? Oh, I posted down the article. There we go. So I posted down the article in here, and I have given it my blog at the top. I don't know why that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's what I've done just there. And then I hit my button. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know in the chat if you're watching on the live. And if you're watching the replay, email us if you have a question about this. So this is so cool. Change the title, number 1, Discover the Wonders of Family Travel in Colombia, a Treasure for All Ages. Imagine a land where vibrant culture dances harmoniously with awe-inspiring natural wonders. That's the same intro line from the original article. But here you can see families of all shapes and sizes. They've added the family part to it. Okay. Then as I scroll through, I can see that some of it is the same. Immerse your family in the allure of Cartagena. That's not what the original article said. The original article said, Cartagena, nestled in picturesque. It just went straight into the information about Cartagena. So you can see here that changing this by just using that one simple prompt, I've been able to get more family related content. Now, watch this screen very carefully. I want to now ask it, give me keywords for this article. Because the keywords we gave you are not going to be the same now. These keywords, I promise you, are what people are going to put into Google to be able to search for this type of content that you're giving. Family travel in Colombia, Colombia travel with kids, best family destinations in Colombia, Cartagena family vacation. That's how people Google. Okay. You might want to just say, give me 3 keywords. Give me the best 3 keywords. There we go. Those are the 3 that it thinks that you should use. So those are already embedded in the article, which means it's SEO friendly. Check out this, suggest 10 other titles for this article. Okay. How about write a 140 character summary for SEO? That's your meta tag. We've given you all of this, but if you're changing the article, you're going to want to adjust these, okay? Write a short email that that tells my subscribers why they should click on the button to read this article. And this is what you would copy and paste into your email marketing. Look at this. Dear Jennifer, are you ready for an unforgettable family adventure? Discover the magic of Colombia in our latest article our latest blog, our latest article, from the vibrant streets of Cartagena to the cultural treasures of Bogota and the natural beauty of the Cocora Valley. This destination promises something special for every family member. Why? Because you do family travel. If you did romance travel, you would have given a different prompt. If you do river cruising, you would have given a different prompt. Click the button below to explore why Colombia is the perfect destination for your next family vacation. And then you'll have a button. Happy travel, Sandra McLemore, whatever your business name is. PS, you won't want to miss tips and insights for making, I would do the PS actually as a call to action. So change the PS to be a call to action to book a call with us. How clever is that? This is what I'm going to do for you. I've been telling you to take screenshots. There's this really cool thing where you can share. And I'm going to put this into the chat in here. Okay, there we go. So in the chat, I just dropped a link in here. You can see it in the bottom just here. I'll also email this out to everybody this afternoon who's an All Access member. So you'll get that link and you'll actually get every single command that I've just used in here. This is such a fast way if you want to change the content. You can use the content exactly as it is. But if you want to change the content, this is a great way to be able to do it. Okay, so that is the easiest way to do it. Oh, you know what? Then write me Pinterest title and description. Write me copy for a Facebook and Instagram ad. And you can do that. Okay, so everything that you need, you would do it while you were still inside of this one article. If you're going to do a second article, then go and start a second file over on the left-hand side. Okay, so let me get back to where we were. That is the new download center. I would love to know your thoughts about it and about that little demonstration about AI as well. Everything that you need is inside of this gallery. It's inside of the past. It's just a matter of saying to yourself, what destinations or what type of content aligns with my commission, download that, and then where am I going to make it live? We are only making our content live on our website, our podcast, and Pinterest. We're not doing it anywhere else. What are yours? What are you going to focus on? Okay, you do not need to do everything. So this is where we just took one article from the expertise bundle called Emerald Jungles to Vibrant Cities, Why Colombia Deserves a Spot on Your Travel Bucket List. We ran it through AI. It took less than 5 minutes. You can also teach an assistant how to do that. And then you would go onto your website and post the article. You would do the little snippet, the email snippet, and put it into your email marketing platform to create your sequence. You now have ad copy. If you want to run an ad from one of your posts, $5 a day. Best type of advertising you can do is ads. Ads on Pinterest, ads on Facebook, ads on Instagram. Okay, you can record your podcast episode because there are podcast talking points inside of that. If you are a family travel advisor, you can go in and write me podcast talking points for this article. And now, even though we gave you podcast talking points, because you've decided, you know what, I'm a family travel advisor, I want my podcast talking points or video talking points to be directly related to this, then that's what I'm going to do. You could go in at the very beginning at the top here, and I won't do this because I don't want to mess up this file that I'm going to send to everybody. But up here where I wrote, rewrite it and give it more detail about family travel, rewrite it and give it more detail about travelers who love exploring by yacht or private ship, for couples, for LGBTQ travelers, for river cruisers, for whatever it is in there, okay? I'm just going to go back and check some of your comments, see if you've got any questions. No questions so far. Okay, so let's go back in here. That is the easiest way. You can do this for every single expertise bundle that you use, for the destination bundles that you use as well. So with this one article, ran it through AI and made it more specific to your niche and audience. And it also gave you original content because now it's different to what everybody else is using. You can add it to your website in the form of a blog. You can create pins that all point to that blog by using the templates that are in there. You can add an email to your weekly sequence. And remember that email copy that we just got, that was so small. Let me bring it up on the screen again for you. Instagram ad copy here, right at the top of the screen here. It's literally unveil the wonders of Colombia with your family. You could also use one of the other 10 subject lines that we got or titles that we got, the shortest email and a button. And that button clicks through to where you have it on your website. You could upload 26 blogs over the course of a weekend and then get the 26 emails and paste them into a sequence. And that's you for 6 months of content. Because if you do that, you are then allowing yourself to be able to focus on the advertising and promotion during the year. You shouldn't be creating content every week, every month, every quarter. You should just be doing it for the entire year in advance, 6 months in advance, and then spending the rest of your year advertising and promoting and serving your clients. Okay. So this is an example of one article. This is an article that's called The Tale of Two Cruises, Unraveling the Difference Between Ocean and River Cruising. Look, 15 different pins here using exactly the same image, but you could change out the image as well. Okay, you could also change out the titles. You could say to AI, give me 15 variations of this title. If you're interested in doing more on Pinterest, our Pinterest course is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Email us if you want to take our Pinterest course. Okay, so we just did that little demonstration. It works for all niches and all audiences. I want to wrap this up now by reminding you, if you have not done the blueprint, go ahead and do the blueprint. You go to travelmarketingandmedia.com/blueprint. And this is the 6-stage blueprint. It's six-step blueprint. You can forecast your commissions here. You can map out your marketing plan. You can create a content plan. You can get your website up to par. You can start promoting and advertising, learn about promotion and advertising, and you can track and analyze your data points. Okay, so make sure that you at least do steps 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. You can do them in one day. To summarize everything, if you only walk away remembering this is what I want you to stop doing and what I want you to start doing. Take a photo of this on your phone. Stop random downloading. Stop trying to do everything all on your own. Okay, you don't need to be able to afford an assistant for the whole year. Maybe you just need to hire an assistant on Upwork or FreeUp or Fiverr and just hire someone for a day. One day. Hire someone for one day, $20, $15 an hour, $20 an hour, less if you hire outside of the country, and say, you know what, I'm going to hire someone for one day, or I'm going to hire someone for 1 week and they're going to set up a whole year with me. You don't need the burden of having a team to pay every month if you can't afford it. Just hire somebody for 1 week. Hire a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old that lives in your street, or a family member, or somebody's kid, or someone's college kid. The kids are on summer right now and they are broke. They are broke and they are bored. Everybody knows somebody with a teenager or a college student. Now is the time to get it done. They have nothing to do. My little human is on summer break. Well, he's not actually. He goes to a year of school, but he's the siblings for, if he was older, I can guarantee you. I was actually saying to Anthony the other day, I wonder how long till I can get him to start doing things in the business for money. He's already learning to read. He can read a little. I really think it's not going to be long. It's going to be maybe like 2 years before I can give him some basic tasks and say, hey, can you do this for mama? So if I can do that at age 6, you can definitely find an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old to do this for you. Okay. You can give them that same AI command and get them to run all your articles through AI using that same command, that one command that I wrote about family travel. Okay. So also stop doing too much. You don't need to be on every platform. You just don't. Just pick one and stick with it. We picked Pinterest. We picked a podcast, looking to it, the 2 Ps. Okay. What I do want you to start doing is plan first, download second. And I want you to measure everything you're doing. Now, this is literally what an annual plan would look like. This is the content planner that we give you. on the All Access Pass page and on the blueprint, you can get this for free. This is where you can go in and look. We have Alaska, Cruise Alaska sooner rather than later. The supplier that would use LG Vacations, because these are our favorite suppliers that we're using in this fake travel business, the pretend business. We've got the commission rates. It's already scheduled for this particular date. We're doing a pin. We're putting it on our website. We're sending out an email. Maybe that's the minimum that you do, okay? But definitely get in and do that planning, okay? Now, you definitely want to make sure that you keep an eye on the numbers. We told you this, okay? For your website, these are the numbers you're going to want to keep an eye on. I'm going to give you this slide deck, so don't worry. These are the numbers that you want to keep an eye on to know if you're doing a good job or what you're doing well and what you're not doing well. So you know what burners to turn up and ones to turn down. These are the numbers on your email marketing that you need to pay attention to. We're going to do a free training next week about data, so you can come to that. We're going to do social media data points. These are the numbers that you need to pay attention to. Look, it's just one. Clicks on any of the links that take people to your website, scheduler, or opt-in form, because the number of followers, likes, comments, engagement, and profile visits doesn't actually matter. Blogs, podcasts, and videos. These are the numbers that you need to pay attention to. And here are some other travel specific numbers you want to pay attention to. Like I said, we'll do a whole free training next week on analytics to help you learn how to measure everything in your business. But let me just point out here, you might think your number's a little, okay? I only have 250 followers on Pinterest, but not many at all. My best results came not from here. These are my worst results I'm showing you on Pinterest. My best results came actually when I had 50 followers. Why? Because that's when I was consistent. At the time I took this screenshot, I wasn't consistent. But would you be happy with my worst results? Look at this, 252 followers. That doesn't really mean much. 54,000 views on my content in 90 days. 54,000. Can you wrap your head around that number? 570 times somebody saw my content and saved it because they thought it was that good, that it was worth saving. More importantly, in the last 90 days, 804 clicks through from my content on Pinterest. Somebody went to Pinterest, a bunch of people went to Pinterest, were looking for a recipe or meal ideas or travel or whatever it is, and 804 times they ended up on my website. Would you be happy with that? Because these are really low numbers. For those of you who do Pinterest and have started doing Pinterest, these are low numbers. And I didn't spend $1 to do this. Everything came from the All Access Pass, okay? So this is my worst month, and it's my worst month because you can see everything trending down here. It's my worst month because it was my least consistent month. I can't even imagine what would happen if I pinned consistently. So wrapping this up, start with the blueprint. Take a photo of this page. Start with the blueprint. Do steps 1, 2, and 3. Decide where your content is going to live. Then decide who is going to do the work. You, the teenagers in the street, the family members, the helpers, you someone. Then schedule it and take it seriously. Make yourself a goal. This summer, this July, I am going to get a whole year of content done. The reason that you don't have a whole year of content done yet is because you didn't sit down and make that a plan. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do a tiny bit, you get a tiny bit back. Do your whole year this summer. Then to get the type of clients you want, you have to attract them with the content that is aligned with the type of travel you want to sell. Okay, so that is everything. I'm going to take a couple of questions. If y'all have questions, let me know your questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, here we are here. Oh, my contour is a little heavy today. Oh, I was playing with makeup. I was like, I didn't put makeup on. I was playing with these makeup tins that I just got. Okay, while I blend this out so I don't look so silly, ask me in the chat if you have any questions at all about anything. I'm looking crazy over here. Look like I got punched in the side of my face. Okay, ask me anything. And if you don't have any questions at all, let me know in the chat. Is it possible that you can get a year done this summer? Is it possible? And what do you need to do to make that happen? Okay, when will the new download center be available? It's available now. It's available now. You can just go there right now. So go to travelmarketingandmedia.com/AAP welcome. Flora, let me know in the chat if there's anything you want me to tell people before I let them go. All of you who currently have a login for travelmarketingandmedia.com, if you currently have a login, while we were doing this training, my team added the new download center to your login. So you can just go log in right away. If you don't have a login or you can't get in, do the things that I said, like click on that button, trouble logging in, and work your way through that. And if that doesn't work, email us or set a one-on-one call. Okay, if you have any issues, you can reach out, but the new download center is available now. If you don't want to use the new download center because you just want to use the old one, you can, but honestly, this is the fastest way. Okay. Before we go, one last question for you. Tell me in the chat if you're watching on the live, and you can just click on YouTube if you don't know how to type in the chat. Click on the YouTube, scroll, like hover over where you're watching me and click on YouTube. Let me know in the chat, what is your biggest takeaway from today? What's your biggest aha moment? Okay. While you're writing that, I'm just going to read the comments here for Laura and Margie to make a note. Margie, can you make a note of this content, please? Tuscany wine country or wine country in general? Yes, I would love to put some wine related in there. I didn't even think of that. Thanks for asking for it. Alana says second that. Okay, great. You want to do more on LinkedIn, but you don't understand how to do it. Go in and download the LinkedIn. Go in and download the LinkedIn magazine first and make sure that you're using LinkedIn the right way. Okay. Alana's takeaway today, everything is waiting for you. Oh my gosh. I only said it once and I said it real quick, but that's what you got out of it. You're so correct. It's there. It's waiting for you. It's been waiting for you for the last 5 months. Jump in and do it. Okay. Tony says, love the quick click to access the info, and ChatGPT is gold info. Yes, I'm going to send this replay to you all as well. Stockdale Travel, stop doing way too much. Oh my gosh, y'all are doing way too much. You have all the oven burners on. Imagine it's one of those fancy stoves with 8 burners. You have all those burners on. It's too much. You're just human. We can't do that much. We can't. I can't do it. You can't do it. Pull it back. Okay. Parks to Paradise Travel says, never thought about adding the articles into ChatGPT. We'll be doing that now. It is the best way to get it exactly the way you want it. Exactly the way you want it. You know, Anthony and I are hosting some trips for friends, families, and TV fans of ours. And we are doing Egypt June 9th next year. And we're doing the Danube on October 20th this year. And I have a website for that because all our friends and family go there. And I took all the content from the All Access Pass and I ran it through ChatGPT. And my audience, our friends and family, the best way I can describe them is they are luxury travelers who are culturally curious and they want deeper experiences that connect them to the destination. That's who we work with when we take our trips. And we just host all of our friends and family to go when they bring their friends and family. So we took the content from the All Access Pass. We're doing a charter in Colombia next year. We took the content from the All Access Pass and I told ChatGPT, I'm going to give you an article. I want you to rewrite it. I want you to rewrite it for very high-end, wealthy, luxury travelers who are culturally curious and want to have very deep cultural experiences to connect them to the destinations. These travelers will be traveling with Anthony and I on one of our up to 3 a year hosted trips, okay? Where that's exactly what I told ChatGPT. I used exactly the same articles. You have everything in front of you. I used exactly the same articles in the All Access Pass, and I just told ChatGPT to rewrite them. And you can do that too. You guys are doing way too much. I love this. Traveling Jet Setter says, too many burners going. Yes, you're going to burn out. Oh my gosh. Did I just use the word burnout, the term burnout, and attach it to one of my made-up analogies of the burner? I'm going to do a podcast episode on that. Alana says, another takeaway is that you need to pull back. Yes, ma'am. You are so human, Alana. You are so busy. You'll have family. You have kids. You have parents. You have sick family members. You have a house. You have pets. You have things to do outside of this business, and things can't suffer. I burned out. For those of you who know, I'll talk about it in a podcast episode. I burned out earlier this year and it was ugly. It was really, really ugly. It was really rough on me. It was really rough on my mental health and on my family. And then I remembered, turn some burners off. You don't need all those going. Make a one-pot dish. Make it simple. And my life is a lot happier and easier right now. I'm in a really joyful part of life because I just for some reason got caught up and was doing too many things after the River Cruise Expo. I got back and I was like, oh God, no, I can't do this. Okay. And I crashed and I burned and I had close to a breakdown. I wouldn't say it was a breakdown, but it was a really rough period. And then I just got back up and I was like, girl, turn off all the burners you don't need. All Access Pass will save you. It will help you, but you've just got to let it and you've got to turn off all the other stuff. Majestic Destination Travel. This will be the last one I say. I'm going to let you go because I got out of moving right now and there's a lot of work to be done. I need to look into another avenue for paid marketing. I'm going to do a podcast episode on that. I promise you. Next week's episode will be on paid marketing options for little budget and big budget. Okay. Alrighty, I hope you have a great day. For those of you on the live, if you're watching the replay, you have a great day too. I'm going to go and I know I meant to go and pack a box, but I just got all this makeup and I'm trying it for the first time. This is like a viral makeup kit and it's everything that you need. And I got a video on where to place everything and I was playing with it before I came online and I only did the contour and no foundation. Actually, I did a little foundation, but how good is my skin? I'm so excited. This is very good for women of color, but anyone actually who has redness in their skin, different colors. As a brown girl, I wake up every day and I am a different color. It's a long story. The brown girls will resonate with this. But also it's great for aging for those of you, like I'm heading towards 50. And this is really good for aging skin. I'm not going to recommend it to you because I'm still learning it. I just got my delivery yesterday. And I will tell you, I got so excited because it's got all my lip and cheek colors. It's got a translucent powder, my eyeshadows, and then it's got my foundation, my highlighter, and everything. And then I have some extras here. Houston got in there and attacked it with a fork. Anyway, okay, I'll show you the makeup on another day. Maybe I'll do a video for that for those of you who want it. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys. I hope that you'll stay with us for All Access next season because the stuff that we're bringing in next season, it'll be amazing. And quick question for you. Would it be helpful if I did something like this every month for All Access Pass where we just go in and like just revitalize and recheck and I show you more tricks? Let me know. Maybe every other month we could do it, but let me know in the chat. Alrighty. Bye for now. Off to finish moving house. Have a great day. You got this. You can do it. I hope that you feel energized about your All Access Pass that you have right now and you can jump in.